Hi everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Today I want to talk a little bit about Stephen Hillenburg. He was the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants. If you haven't heard the news, it came out today that he passed away yesterday after complications from ALS. I want to talk a little bit today about him and his legacy through SpongeBob, as well as the disease which killed him, ALS. So first off, I have been a huge fan of SpongeBob SquarePants ever since it came out back in 1999. I was instantly, hooked on the show, and it came out when I was 10, but I continued to watch it through my teenage years. There's actually various photos that we have from Christmases and other events where you can see me in SpongeBob pajamas and apparel. I don't know how many SpongeBob shirts, and I wore them all the time. Something about the show just really connected with me. It just had a really great sense of humor, and I really enjoyed the comedy in the show. And I remember watching it with my parents too, who also enjoyed the show and thought it was really fantastic. What's so interesting is that Hillenburg also worked on one of my favorite shows of all time, Rocko's Modern Life. So maybe it's not that unusual that I enjoyed both of those shows so much, since it had a lot of the same talent working on both shows. After Rocko's Modern Life got canceled in 1996, Stephen Hillenburg started putting together the initial pieces for what would become SpongeBob SquarePants, and I find that really interesting. But I adored the show. I thought it was really great, and I think what's so fantastic is that it's become one of the longest running shows in American history. SpongeBob has been on the air for how many years? It started in '99 and it's still ongoing, so that's almost 20 years. That's incredible. And I understand that Stephen Hillenburg wasn't an overt part of the team for the entirety of the show, but it was still his creation. What's so interesting is that he was actually a marine biologist, and that is what spurred some of the interest in creating the show in the first place. And I just think that that's really, really amazing. But I also want to talk a little bit about ALS. ALS, which is, I'm going to mess up the pronunciation, but I'm going to try hard, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also sometimes called Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive disease that affects the nerves in your brain, and what it really does is weaken your muscles. Over time, it impairs your ability to talk and walk and eat and breathe. People diagnosed with ALS generally only live 2 to 5 years, and there is no cure. To make matters worse, we're still not sure what the cause of ALS is. It can be hereditary in some cases, but as far as an overt cause of why it would appear suddenly, it's still unknown. We're still trying to research it and figure it out. Now, ALS had a bunch of attention brought to it back in 2014. You may recall the Ice Bucket Challenge. And that was a big success for ALS research because it got the word out about the disease and raised a lot of money. Back then, back in 2014, this was kind of big on social media, this Ice Bucket Challenge, and a lot of people were doing it. And at the time, I knew someone personally who had dealt with ALS in the family. And that person is Taylor, my roommate from college. His dad actually passed away while we were in college from ALS. And back in 2014, I had messaged Taylor and I said, I'd like to do a video. I'd like to do a video, an Ice Bucket Challenge video, in honor and memory of your dad. And he said that sounded good. I said we should do that, and it was right before PAX. And I said, when we get back from PAX, we'll do that. And it didn't happen. I never did it. I don't know if life got busy and I just forgot, etc., but I never got around to making that video. And, I feel really awful about that, and it's one of those things that today, whenever I found out about Stephen Hillenburg and how he passed, all of that came back to me. from 4 years ago when I said that I was going to do that, and I forgot. And I understand life gets in the way and you get really busy, and things that you had planned sometimes fall through, but this was my chance to make it right. So I'm not going to be dumping a big bucket of ice water on my head, but now I can finally make this video. And I can say that we are going to be making a donation in Taylor's dad's honor and memory today. What's so interesting is that his Taylor's dad was actually also named Stephen. So Stephen Hillenburg and Stephen Eldridge. And, I feel bad that it's taken me 4 years to make this video, but now maybe that I'm making it as a part of, Stephen Hillenburg's story, this will reach more people, and we can make an even bigger impact today. What's so cool is that today is also Giving Tuesday. So this is a day that, the internet tries to rally up everyone to find a cause that they believe in and give. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do today. Whether that's for ALS research, and I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to, to donate towards Stephen Eldridge or Stephen, Hillenburg for ALS research, that's fine. But I would urge you today to find a cause that you do believe in. Maybe there's something, in your family that's very prevalent and you'd like to donate towards research for that. Just give today. And I understand you guys are getting this on Wednesday. It's okay. Giving Tuesday can also be Giving Tuesday and Wednesday. It's fine. Anyway, I never had the privilege of meeting Taylor's dad. If he was anything like Taylor, I'm sure he was a really great guy. And I feel very bad that it took me so long to make this video, but I'm glad that I could finally make it today and hopefully raise a little more awareness for ALS. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?